My name is Alistair Lee, and in this short video I'm going to show you how you can import HTML5 content into your Adobe Connect Virtual Classroom. Before we take a look at this, there are a couple of caveats that you should know about. The first is that this feature, which we introduced in Adobe Connect 9.5, works in virtual classrooms, so it's not something you'll be able to do in a standard meeting room or a seminar room. The second is that the content supported needs to be from the latest version of Adobe Presenter or Adobe Captivate. That's either Captivate 9 or Presenter 11. So let's take a look at how this works. I've got a virtual classroom open here on my desktop. I've also got some content that I've exported from the latest version of Adobe Captivate. And when I double click on this zip file exported from Captivate, you'll see that it's made up completely of HTML content. So there's no Flash included in this. To import it into my virtual classroom, I can simply drag and drop it on an empty SharePod or use the document uploader to manually find it on my computer. The content is now available for me in my Adobe Connect Virtual Classroom. It's loading right now for me and the rest of the students in my virtual classroom. It's continuing to play. This happens to be interactive content. It's a simulation where I can interact with the content. There's a quiz in the content itself. And this is working for me. It's working for everybody in my virtual classroom that's using the add-in. And that's because the ability to render this HTML is built into the add-in itself. It's not something that's available in the Flash player. So if there are any students in my virtual classroom that are just using their web browser with Flash to access my virtual classroom, they won't be able to see this content. And I can see if that's the case by looking down my attendee list. In fact, I can see Conrad here has a new logo beside his name, a small icon showing me that he's not able to see this HTML5 content. Let's move over to see what Conrad is seeing. And in fact, Adobe Connect is letting Conrad know that the add-in is required to view this HTML content. And Conrad can quickly download and install that add-in with a click of a button. This launches the Adobe Connect Lightning install process, and really within seconds he'll be able to launch a new version of the meeting room using the add-in and see the content. So that's how easy it is to load and display HTML5 content inside of your Adobe Connect Virtual Classroom. Thanks for your time.